Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. A few weeks ago I did a video on how to propagate tomatoes and grow them outside as well as inside your AeroGarden. You can do it also in any type of hydroponic setup you have. I just have the AeroGarden available, so that's the one that I showed. So these are sun sugar tomato and they can grow so big. So the only way for me to keep the plant in this AeroGarden is to do a lot of pruning. Let me go show you how large the plant can get, and then we'll come back and I'll go into details of the pruning process. Alright guys, here is the original sun sugar that I took one cutting from, and look at how big this plant is. It is like, so you see this wall here, it's a 6 feet wall, and the plant is basically already reaching that the height, and it's still growing. It's taking over that corner of my raised bed, and then I have the tomato cage here, but I didn't think that it's gonna grow that big, so I bought the smaller one. I should have gotten the big one like this one here, but I got the little one, and so it's not enough. So guys, if you're growing sun sugar, they can get enormous, so give them a lot of room and also a good cage so that it can support the plant nicely. So it produced a ton of beautiful yellow fruits like those in there, and the birds love them. So every few days, once my tomato are ripe, then the birds will come by, visit, and just peck and eat the entire thing. So I recently learned a trick from some of the viewers, because I showed them that my tomato have been eaten. So they suggest tying plastic bags here, and these bags would scare the birds off, and it's actually working. So I haven't gotten any birds coming by here to eat the tomatoes. So I got a bunch of tomatoes that are about to be ready. You see those in there? But they're just everywhere. I mean, the plant is so big that sometimes I miss them. So they're still producing. You see those there? Very nice amount of tomatoes. Flowers coming on, and so they're gonna be a lot more. They're very, very productive. So in there are where the fruits that I need to pick. Okay, let's go inside and I'll show you the pruning process for growing indoor. Okay, we are back inside, and we're gonna go over the pruning process that I've been using. So the AeroGarden here is the Bounty. That's the name of it. It's not very big, and the light can go up to about, I think, 3 feet maybe. And as you raise the light, then the intensity is not as strong. So down here, the plant will not get as much light. So that's the problem with the grown indoor. It's just like the lights cannot penetrate through like the sun. But anyway, in the video that I showed you guys how to propagate, I did a lot of pruning. So there it is right there. Anytime the tomato grows tall into the light, then I'll cut it off. And I cut it off where the part where the flower is. That's why I can get some fruit. So that's the flower part right there. So there's the fruit. So I cut that off. And when you cut that off, then it would focus the energy back into the next node here. These are suckers. So these suckers will grow if the growing area has been chopped. And so then it'll come back to the next available one, and it'll grow. So I've been doing that all over the place. So I did one right here, and then the side shoots will grow, and then anytime it grows, it will also create their own side shoots, and so you will have more. Usually you need to prune those off, that way it's not all over the place. But usually when I see it goes like this, there's the flower area right there, and cut this off because there's already flower there. But if you allow them to grow a little bit more, then they will grow outside of the AeroGarden. See, there's a flower right there. So I should cut it off right here right now. I will eventually. And same with this here. You see when I cut that piece off, this sucker here begin to grow, and you see there's flowers right there, so I need to cut that part off. That way it would stop growing, and then it will go back down to this piece right here. So this is where I did it. That's where I did it. And then in there I did a few. So I have fruits kind of like everywhere. So there's flowers there, so I need to cut that piece off. It's already outside of the light. And then here are flowers here, and then there's more flowers. Maybe I'll cut that piece off here soon. And then we have actual fruits here at the initial place that where I chopped it. So there, those are fruits. And then I have fruits there, and then fruits here. A good amount of fruits for a plant that is so small compared to the one outside. So I will get a lot more fruits from any of these here. See, all those are flowers. So at this stage here, they drink pretty quick. So the reservoir would last maybe under a week, and then I would refill it. And then I would do like 2 refills before I change it completely, because if you keep refilling and refilling, residue or like leftover imbalanced nutrients will remain, and it would not be good for the plants. But tomato is very, they're tough, so they will grow in any condition almost. The ones that I've abused. For my peppers, they don't. Peppers don't grow too well because they're a little bit more sensitive. So if you, depending on what you're growing, you can refill more often than changing out completely. But peppers, I recommend changing very often because they're real sensitive, especially the super hots. So anyway, guys, that is the very quick update because a few of the people wanted to see how the plant is doing. The ones outside, it's gotten too big, so I trashed all of the cuttings because I don't need any more. It's just taking up so much space. It grows so fast. So again, if you want more cuttings, just chop it off or just pull off one of the suckers right here and then put it in water and it will root. And you can do this like indefinitely because new suckers will form all the time. So you can buy one plant and then propagate a ton more if you like. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the short video update, and for those that wanted to see how the plant is doing, I hope that answers some of your questions. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.